Hi, everyone, and welcome to Risk Awareness Week. Today, I'm joined by Sam Savage. And if you've seen any of the previous three Risk Awareness Week, you know Sam as a very big visionary in the risk space. And if you haven't seen his previous workshops, make sure you watch the replays from 2019, 2020, and 2021. They're still as relevant as they were when we recorded them. Now, every time I meet with you, Sam, I'm saying the innovations that you bring to the risk world, to the decision-making world, are coming at such a pace that I don't think the public is kind of quick enough to integrate and implement them. So I'm still implementing a lot of the amazing ideas that you had from 2019 and 2020. What do you have in store for us today?
Sure. Well, the first thing to say is that it's because so many wonderful people have joined our movement and are bringing technologies of their own. The vision. Well, I'll explain that in my talk, but other people are following the same vision now, and it's a little bit like the American film Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come. Some crazy guy builds a baseball diamond in a cornfield, and then all these famous baseball players start showing up. So, there are people like Doug Hubbard and Tom Keelan and many other wonderful folks whose names you wouldn't recognize who have made this happen. It involves kind of a confluence of technologies. Computers are fast enough, and then kind of a wacky vision I had about 25 years ago.
And something I'm particularly proud of is that many of those people are speakers at the Risk Awareness Week this year, and they have been speakers for the last 3 years as well.
Well, exactly. I mean, Risk Awareness Week is another co-conspirator. There are all these things merging into what I call the chance age, and I'm going to define that quite precisely in a second.
Okay, Sam, so over to you. A reminder to everyone, ask questions, write comments underneath this video as you watch this, and then Sam will be able to respond to your questions later. Sam, the floor is yours.
Great. And Alex, please pop in as as you're inspired to, because it makes it, it's so much fun. I mean, when working together, we've found little corners of this thing we would never find on our own. So let's start with the word probability distribution. A 9-syllable term that triggers post-traumatic statistics disorder, or PTSD. We're going to replace that with the single word chance. Wow, why didn't anyone do that before? So, I mean, I've surveyed a lot of people who've taken statistics courses. The thing that most of them learn is, oh, I had no idea I was that dumb. No, you weren't that dumb. It's that the theory of probability and statistics is powerful and elegant, and so is the steam locomotive, and they were developed at the same time. And I teach at the Stanford Engineering School, and we don't teach steam era locomotion anymore, but we do teach steam era statistics. That's why you felt dumb. You don't need to know that stuff. Okay, well, why is all this so important? It's important because of the flaw of averages. And for those who have not heard the term, I wrote the book on the flaw of averages. I won't tell you what mathematicians call it. They've known about this for over 100 years. But if I told you, it would trigger PTSD. So I call it the flaw of averages. And the most famous example here is the statistician who drowns in the river that is on average 3 feet deep. Now, how did this tragedy play out? The boss said,